Hey, what's up, everyone? So I'm gonna do something quite a bit different today. Gonna start a new character slash new series here. Just something I've wanted to do for a little bit here, just as a new adventure, new challenge, and new characters to create. As you see, we have kind of this parameters that I've noted on this notepad here. So this is what I'm gonna follow. So for this challenge, this character, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna do pugs only. So I'm gonna create this new character from scratch, level 1, and I'm only going to be going into pugs, so no preformed groups at all. I know elitist pugs at that, so if I create my own M plus group, I'm going to be inviting players that are maximum like 50 IO score higher than my current score, if I even search up their score. If I'm queuing for an M plus group, I'm only queuing for queues that are at most one level higher than what I've already completed. So if I've only done, say, a 7 hauls, I can only queue for an 8 hauls and nothing higher. Similarly for raids, if I'm creating my own raid group, I want to invite players that are a maximum like 2 bosses ahead on progression. I don't want to invite like 10 out of 10 mythic if I'm not even into normal yet. I don't want to be carried through this content. I want to actually, hopefully be the one carrying in this content so that, it's actually a challenge. And if I'm queuing for raids, I only want to queue at most like 1 boss higher in progression that I've already completed. So I don't want to queue right into 10 out of 10 heroic if I've not even stepped into normal yet. Not that that'd actually be taken, but even so. Along with this, I want to be on a low population, low progression server, just to make it that much harder. A low pop server probably means the auction house prices are going to be weird. I'll be starting off with 0 gold as well, as I'll be playing on a new server. I'm not going to transfer any gold. I'm not going to buy any WoW tokens, so it's going to be totally fresh. So farming gold might have to be something I have to do. I also want to play a low performing Mythic Plus and Raid spec, just for fun. I just want to, it would be nice to get some exposure for these kind of not well known specs and classes, but I think it just adds to the challenge, and it's kind of something I want to do for a while here. Gonna be playing on Alliance. Compared to Horde, there's not nearly as many Alliance players pushing high level Mythic Plus and high level rating, so it will lower the player base a fair bit because I'm Alliance here. And also no PvP rewards, so PvP is definitely a great source of getting gear, especially if you're good at pushing those rated battlegrounds or rated arenas, but I don't want to do any PvP. This is purely a PvE challenge with Mythic Plus and rating primarily in mind. And my goals would be ahead of the curve for Castle Nathria. I want to do 10 out of 10 for every difficulty except for Mythic. I don't know if I could do Mythic in a Pug, but we might give it a try. We'll see how far we get here. But 10 out of 10 LFR normal heroic for sure. Also want to get Keystone Master for Shadowlands Season 1. So all keys in time for plus 15 or higher. I also want to do Torghast Twisting Corridors Layer 8 complete, just to kind of complete the PvE-ness of this all. But yeah, that's kind of the parameters and goals I want to stick with there. I'm kind of just doing this for fun. Pretty much everything I've done on my Death Knight, which is almost the only character I've played. I have a 60 Demon Hunter too, but I haven't really played him much. But everything I've done on the Death Knight, I've done in a group. I always have a Mythic Plus group or a rating group to be with. So I think pugging will be interesting for sure. And looking at my keys here, I've done pretty much every single key I've done as a tank. I haven't DPS'd like at all in Shadowlands so far. So look at my DPS keys, I only have 2. And this one Theater of Pain, I actually tanked, but I started off as DPS spec, went in the first pull and realized that I was actually DPS because I DPS for raids. So then I switched to tank after that. So I really only truly DPS this one key like a month ago or something, just over a month ago. And I do want to do this challenge as a DPS spec, as I feel it would be easier as a tank or a healer, as you can get invited to groups a lot more easily. But as a DPS, there's definitely a lot more competition out there, especially for pugs. And I will be making sure that my character that I create won't be linked to my main character, as if they see my IO score and my raid progression, they might just invite me even though I'm an alt, but I'll make sure it's not connected. They can still inspect me for achievements if they really wanted to do that, but I think most people just check IO for the most part, so I'll make sure it's not linked to my main there. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do this challenge, kind of just for fun, but I thought it'd be cool to show y'all as well. I'll also be showing you everything I do on the character, every research that I do outside of WoW. I'll show you setting up my UI, getting all my add-ons, weak auras, all that stuff. If I don't show you it, then it's just gameplay that I'm just leveling up or maybe doing a Mythic Plus dungeon or something. But apart from that kind of stuff, I will be showing you everything. And hopefully it'll give you a bit of an insight of how I go about learning a new class and how I deal with just being in pugs. As I know a lot of you out there are pugging and don't have set groups to run with. So, I'll join you in this world and hey, it'll be fun. And apart from these goals, I want to become proficient and good at the class. So if I get that good, maybe I'll start creating some content for the class, like guides and stuff, but we'll see. I won't make it too hasty here as we're just beginning now. All right, so with all that in mind, where do we go from there? So now we have to pick a realm to be on. To do that, I went on Raider.io, went to realms and just clicked US and Oceania, as I'm in Canada, but that would fall under the US region. and I clicked on Mythic Plus progress as I want to find a realm with low progress for Mythic Plus and low progress for Raid. So I clicked on this, and we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom here. And I kind of want to be somewhere in this region, and I want it to be Alliance. So it's going to be somewhere in here where I want to be. I don't really want to play on a role-playing realm, but I do want a Pacific time zone as I'm on the West Coast. So Draenor and Echo Isles look to be what I'm looking for here as its lowdown. Only one guild that has 1 out of 10 Mythic, and the highest key is 2 plus 14s on that realm there. Now I'm going to cross-reference that with the population of the realms here. So just went on realms and then US, and then I clicked on population. So at the top here, we have our highest population realms, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we have our lowest population realms. We want to find something somewhere in here, and we do see Draenor is down there, kind of in that bottom 10 area, and they are a bit Alliance dominated, which is nice, but they are a very low population realm, and that seems like what we're going to go with for now. So we're going to do Draenor or Echo Isles. They're connected, so it doesn't matter too much which one. Nice, now we got our realm, we got to find our class that we want to play. So for that, just went to Warcraft logs, and I'm going on the top left here, clicked on statistics for Castle Nathria, and it brought us to this. And I clicked normal. We'll start normal in the drop-down menu here, and we're going to look at those bottom specs here. So what's really popping out to me is Survival Hunter, as it's kind of the very bottom, has a bottom maximum score. And if we scroll down here, looking at all this data, we see it has the lowest amount of parses out of everything as well. It only has just over 12,000 parses in the last 2 weeks for Survival Hunter on normal. So that's looking promising so far. Assassination Rogue is also looking promising in terms of not being promising, as it doesn't have many parses and it's down there too. Now we're going to bump the difficulty up to Heroic here, see what we find. We see Assassination Rogue and Survival Hunter down there as well, so that's nice. And let's see the number of parses. Survival Hunter only just above 8,000 in the last 2 weeks. Assassination Rogue around 14,000. So Survival Hunter is the lowest by far right now. BM and Arcane are down there as well, but there's a lot more parses for both. I want to play a spec that doesn't have many people playing it, and really that seems like it's going to be Survival here, as it's the lowest by far. Just for fun here, let's bump it up for Mythic, see what we find here, and we do see, again, Assassination and Survival quite low down there, lowest maximum score for sure. And scrolling down, only 213 parses in the last 2 weeks for that Survival Hunter there, and 400 for Assassination Rogue. Nothing else really comes close to that low amount of parses. So I think with that, Survival is looking like a really good choice for us. So now we're going to look at Survival Hunter Performance and Mythic Plus. And to do that, we just went to Mythic Plus, Spec Leaderboards, Hunter, and Survival. And I went to the very end here, so last, just to see how many parses there are for Mythic Plus. So it seems like there's just under 12,000 Survival Hunters that are logged here. So that's quite a low number. That's the lowest amount of a spec that I've been able to find. I went through all the specs on Radar.io for this, so that's definitely promising. And then if we go to first, let's see how they're doing in the top levels. So there is one Survival Hunter that's really pushing over 1,800. That's amazing. It jumps quite a lot down from there, and as you can see, kind of 20th in the world for Survival Hunter is 1253, which that's a big leap down from 1813. And most, if not all, other specs will have a higher score overall for the highest score, and just overall scores as well. So if we want to be top 100 Survival Hunters, where would we be? We want to be at 1043. So with that, I think I'll be going Survival Hunter here. It looks like kind of the best worst choice, if you know what I mean. So it should be fun. So there's one more thing I want to look at before we actually get into playing here, and that's the races for Survival Hunters. So as you can see, we're on Blood Mallet just to see how the races sim. So we went to Blood Mallet and clicked on Survival, and in the drop down we did click on races there. I'm just looking at the Alliance ones again, just seeing how they're doing. I want to see if there's a big discrepancy between the DPS of the races. So it doesn't seem like it's too huge from bottom to top. It looks like about 1.5% difference, which it can be significant, but it's nothing huge. So I think I'll just play whatever I kind of like most for aesthetic. Just whatever looks cool to me. All right, so now we're in game in the realm selection list. So we had the choice between Draenor and Echo Isles. I think I'll choose Echo Isles. I just like the name better. That's pretty much why I'm choosing it. Again, they're connected, doesn't really matter too much, so we'll create our new character here. All right, so first thing I want to do is just switch this to Hunter here. And we have all of these Alliance classes here we can pick. I don't have Dark Iron Dwarfs, Kulturn, and Mechanomes unlocked, unfortunately. I don't think I'd pick any of those anyway. I think I'll go female. Pretty much all my characters are male. I think I have like one female character out of pretty much all my characters, so we'll go female just to spice it up a bit. And let's see, just gonna go through them quickly, see what kind of looks cool. Draenei are kind of standing out for me. I think I like the regular Draenei better than Light Forged. I think I might go with Draenei, really. All right, and let's go customize. And we have our class picked out, we have our race picked out. We're ready to customize and see how we want it. We want to be nice and blue. I really like color blue, so I want it to be blue. Hairstyle, what do we got here? Gotta zoom out for this. I want to see the option. There's a lot of options now. I haven't really created a new character for quite a while, but I don't know. Looks kind of cool. Why is this called Shy? Oh, it kind of hides the face, maybe. Okay, we'll go Shy. I'm just kind of customizing it how I normally wouldn't go with. Just to kind of change it up from what I usually do. Some thick ass horns. Cool. I think this is what we're going to go with for how it's going to look. Now to pick a name. This might take a while. Give me a bit. So after a bit of thinking here, I think I'll just go with Surviving Pugs. The S doesn't fit though, but Surviving Pug works fine, I guess. Survival Hunter, in pug groups, Surviving Pug. That's it. So let's go to next here. We have the choice of Exile's Reach and Amon Vale. I think we'll go to Exile's Reach. I like the Amon Vale starting area, but I haven't actually played through Exile's Reach, so it'll be kind of fun. And finish. And we're all created and good to go. So I'll definitely put the parameters and my goals in the description just in case you want to refresh yourself on what kind of the challenge is, or if you want to do the challenge yourself and you want to try to play around these parameters and reach the goals, that'd be cool as well. So yeah, apart from actually reaching those goals, I definitely want to show you all exactly what I'm doing. So every macro, every add-on, every weak aura that I add to this character, I'll show you why I added it and how I added it as well, just so you can gain some of that knowledge. And also showing you all the research I put into the class, whether it's rotation, different builds, or whatnot. I'll show you all the research I do. Hopefully it'll give you some insight on how you can research your own class if you start a new one. But yeah, I think I'll end this episode here for now. I don't want it to go on too long, and I don't know how much of the leveling process I'll show you. Leveling kind of seems like a formality for me. I'm not sure how exciting, entertaining it would be, but I can definitely show you some stuff along the way. But I'm definitely excited to get this going. I think it'll be a really fun challenge, really fun new adventure to go on with this new character here. And definitely let me know what you think about this series. Is this something that you've attempted before? Is this something you're interested in? Until next time, have a good one, y'all.